Hello?
Hi.
I think the desktop is. Oh, I'm just looking at desktop for him. It just seems right. Okay, so let me just ask you some simple questions. So what do you want to learn from me?
Well, I want to be better at OTC, and
Uh
I
huh.
think the way I improve is by getting better at my founding locations and my initial plan based on the starting prices.
Ah, okay. That is definitely something that we can go through.
Yeah,
Um, so I find this usually a good way to start is just to not play through the whole game because that takes too long and you can't
sure.
really work on the thing that you want to work on, right? So probably we
Yeah,
start the game off maybe just find the game. Let you start have a skill level 2 and just you think and then you can tell me do you think you're doing well or not, and then after that
sure.
we have done your purpose. We can move on in a map so that we can get more maps
Yeah.
going in so that you get to see more different finding locations.
hmm
How does that sound?
And there's also a little bit of like, especially how much debt to found with.
Ah.
Like, if there's a um, clear good spot, I tend to go for like 24, 28k
Mm-hmm.
to try and get it before anyone else. But I also am not sure how that balances out with like the whole extra claim thing for founding later, and
Yeah,
I'm also
so
not sure because
so
auction prices at a noob level seem to stay around like 20k for the whole game, but I
mhm.
understand it'll be like more important. I'm not sure if you should bid less early game or what, so
um we'll see. It really depends on
yeah.
a lot of situation. Do you need to claim desperately or not? Uh,
Yeah,
it, like, are there claims on the market? If there are claims on the market, right, then there's no point of
yeah.
bidding 30,000 for a claim when you can get one for 3k.
Oh
So it
yeah.
depends on a lot
Apart
of
from if
stuff,
you're
right?
using the market for other things, right?
Yeah. Well,
If
let's
you really
get
want to be.
ready so that we can start.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and I forgot something. There we go. Let me just
How hard
keep
is
this
this
call
AI?
on.
I've never played against AI before.
Hmm? You
How
have what?
how good are these AIs?
Oh, how good are these AIs? Uh, well, they are reasonable.
Okay.
So when you ask like how much to that, like how much you find in that, right? They give you a little indicator. It's like not really good approximate. Like they give you something, right? Something to work with. Like if you lose the
Uh-huh.
fund to them, right? Then maybe you should fund a bit more, like a bit sooner.
hmm
Okay, so about funding, right? So you have to
hmm
look for few things. What do you usually look at in terms of meet when at the
Well,
start?
so uh talking through what I do, I
Mm-hmm.
usually scroll around the whole map to see if I can identify any founding locations. Like, there's a pocket of carbon, but it's not a very good scav found because there's no aluminium next to it.
Mm-hmm.
I can see there's a kind of decent elite where there's iron next to silicon, but there's no water that side of the map. So,
Southwest corner, you mean?
yeah,
Oh, but you're Nomad, right? Nomad can have two
that's
bases.
true. I tend to forget Nomad. I don't play Nomad very often, and it,
Okay,
um,
so I think if you're getting ready for the casual tournament, right?
yeah,
Nomad are very powerful, and it's something that you really should get used to. Uh,
right.
yeah. So and the level in casual player, they are quite a bit stronger. So we really need to know every faction well in order to
Yeah,
do
yeah,
well
for
in that.
sure. I know most faction attributes, but I'm sure there's maybe one or two things I'm missing still.
Hmm.
Also, just seeing there's a very nice, like, expensive found top right, but we don't have expensives. That's also one thing should probably look at. I'm not sure what the HQs are sooner
Hmm.
because I also like. so once I do a quick skim of the map to get an idea for what we're working with,
Mm-hmm.
I do check the colony to see that it's a glass colony,
Mm-hmm.
and then I check the side prices. So steel is high, food is high, and glass is low. But
Mm-hmm.
because it's a glass colony, that'll kind of balance out, so it doesn't really, for instance, if glass was low and it was an electronics colony, then I'd really try and found with a glass HQ.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and because food is high, that lends itself to water scientist a little bit. Um, but yeah, so in this situation, I would probably go for the water scientist top right hand corner.
Mm-hmm.
But you did mention that having a scav on the silicon and then probably a scav,
You mean nomad?
top right for water and
Scavenger
aluminium.
top right.
Sorry, I mean nomad, not
Nomad.
scav.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there actually, in terms of finding location, this map is pretty terrible. As you said,
Right.
this is a glass colony, and more on top of it, right? You should also look at the black market. There are also nukes,
Okay.
so you want
Yeah,
to be
yeah,
more nuke resistant. People can nuke your water, and then you just don't care. Scientists is really the way to go.
yeah. Scientist is good for that, and I,
So,
I do check that, especially if I'm a scavenger, like if there's some sort of resource I'm really dependent on, like there's
mm-hmm,
only one high aluminium near me or something,
mm-hmm.
I do try and look for that, but I don't always remember to.
Okay. So there are really just two good finding locations here. One is a
Mm,
scientific spot you saw right in between the patch of iron and patch of water, and there are a bit
yep,
of aluminum near you, which is a
yep.
little bonus, right? You can actually mine some aluminum and repurpose the tile later. Uh,
Mm.
that is really the best find
So,
on the map.
so you would mine those low aluminium instead of going over for the high aluminium
Oh, it depends on
the other
how
side of the crater?
like depends on how much the aluminum prices are, right?
Okay.
So if I get a
So,
pair of aluminum, I can in let's say I get carbon scrubbing, for example, right? I can change
mhm,
that pair of aluminum into a chemical lab or even electronic colonies. I mean electronics factories, right?
oh well, I mean, if they're next to your HQ, you can just
Yeah.
use them for anything,
So
right?
yeah,
Well,
so
I mean,
that's why it's better than throwing a claim to get the high aluminum. Uh,
sorry, you were meaning for scientists, were you?
so that
Because
would be the best find.
does what takes aluminium again? I know electronics do, but
Just electronics, really.
okay,
And you
okay,
upgrade at least a lot of aluminum as well. So
yeah,
so you can also make F1 very angry and find a nomad where the scientist spot you will you will
yeah,
actually put it. That will
yeah,
you put one base there, right? That's
hmm,
because that's the best spot. Like really, that's the
yeah,
best spot. And then the other base, you might lose out on the high silicon, but you can live with
yeah,
three low silicons, right? That and then you put your second base near the high silicon, then there are no more good spot on the map, and everyone will just kind of get angry at you, which is a
yeah,
not a bad position to be in.
yeah. So, yeah, I'm not sure what's the best here because um, I think it's probably the Nomad, considering that um, there's no silicon top right and it's a glass colony, so glass is probably going to go up.
Yeah,
Once you're HQ3, it's going to be more expensive than electronics.
yeah. So probably I'll go for Nomad as well. Usually
Hmm.
on Mars, Nomads are the better choice. Um,
Okay.
hmm There's also Magnetic
Why do you
Storm.
say that?
Uh, because Nomad can upgrade really quickly.
Okay.
They don't have power restriction. They can reclaim claim. It's
Yeah.
just they have two HQ. They're really powerful. Uh, and there's no diminishing. resources
Yep,
on Mars, right?
got
So
you. Which is another reason to use scientists, right?
yeah, that's part of it. But how much are you gonna pay for that spot as a nomad or scientist?
Oh, I was saying on maps that do have diminishing resources, um, it's better to go scientist if it suits, right?
Hmm.
Because they don't
They don't
really
really
care
care,
about
right?
that so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can
Um.
also
Sorry.
you can also think about expensive is nice too because you have more claims to claim more tiles, right? To
Yeah.
to
I mean,
compensate for the diminishing return.
right. Yeah.
Anyways, so how much are you gonna pay for that scientist spot?
Uh, like I said, I'd probably aim for around like 24k,
24K is reasonable.
and I like the nomad play here.
Hmm. Because well, okay, so let's say you lost that spot. Someone is a
Uh-huh.
bit more aggressive than you and went for
Sure, got you.
28,000 and sniped the spot. What else can you find?
Hmm. Well, um, I don't think it's feasible to do a scav because there's, although that's a really nice carbon pocket, there's no other resources near you,
Yeah.
and there's no core samples.
Hmm. I wouldn't do a scarf
So,
over there because there's no aluminum water. Yeah, so
yeah,
that makes
exactly.
shipping and if you are aluminum, you can't really upgrade quickly, and that's the point of scavengers, right?
So, I don't know, if someone founded near the water, I might try and go for more down a bit towards the colony next to the other iron pocket there.
Next to the
Um,
colony. Okay.
so uh, the pocket of iron directly south of the crater there. I might try and found there because then I'd still be near the aluminum iron,
Uh,
or
okay.
I would, yeah, because I don't. I mean, as a nomad, I guess you could, because you don't need iron. There is a geotherm and some aluminium top left, so I could go bottom left and top left.
Bottom left and top left. Okay. Then where are you gonna get the water?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
as a
did not
nomad, right,
think
you
that
want to
through.
have three resources: silicon, water, and aluminum.
Mm,
Anything else is just a little bonus, which is great. Bonus are great. But you really
yeah.
need aluminum, water, and silicon. So between your two
So
bases, you have to have those three.
probably go next to the high irons, high aluminium beside the crater, top right,
Top right beside. So that's one of your base. Okay.
and the high silicon. I really like that high silicon for the nomad.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Uh, that could be doable, but I think if I were to play, and someone took the best nomad spot, uh,
Uh-huh.
another nomad spot would be let's say they both hit the highest silicon and the best water. You can also
Sure.
wait for more, wait for fewer depth, and then find near one of the patches of low silicon. So just above the high silicon, right there's a patch of low
Mm.
silicon. You can find right there.
Yep.
To the left, you have to do a bit shipping, but you can have aluminum as well.
Yep.
To the
Which is
left,
not
so you have
bad. It's
silicon,
not far.
aluminum, and then on your second base, right? Then right on top of the water patch to the left of the neutral colony, because there are
Yeah.
nukes, you want better water access,
Uh-huh.
so that people can't nuke you out. Mm, that's an
And
alternative.
say where would you put the triad for the nomad on the water?
On the water. Mm,
Yeah.
I
So
probably will crush two of the low ones, and then so that I still have a high and two mediums.
yeah. I'd probably put it maybe. Yeah, yeah, I agree with that,
Yeah.
and I'd put it kind of in the center.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So because they are nukes, right? So you don't want to crush too many tiles, so
Yeah,
that you have options. Uh,
yeah,
there's also an option. You can actually try to squeeze an elite to the southwest. Uh, so there's a patch of high iron there, a medium. So find elite over there, grab some
yep,
silicon, grab some iron, build some steel. For water, well, you're elite. You can always get teleportation. So that is one way to
right.
solve your water problem. Um,
Mm,
so that's another not so good option, but still an option.
yeah,
Mhm.
sure.
Other than that, you can also try desperate scientists. So a bit southwest to the best scientist spot, right? There's another patch of iron, so you can build another scientist over there, and then
Hmm.
pray for like try to upgrade sooner, and then hope try to get the teleportation. Then you have water and silicon,
Yeah.
and all your problem are solved.
I, yeah, I don't like relying on one patent. For one, because it could get stolen, and two, although not as elite, of course, I didn't think about that.
Yeah,
Um,
well,
and two,
I think
I tend to be bad at rushing the patent lab. I tend to not have a lot of money, like HQ3.
yeah, that's definitely a problem. That's why I call it desperate scientist. It's like one of the
Yeah,
It's like you're the last one to find all the good spot. Or the elite spot is gone. The nomads,
yeah,
the secondary nomads gone. The best scientist
yeah.
is gone. You have nothing left, right? Then,
All right.
well, just you can with that for you can go for that desperation play where you make
Uh-huh.
steel and then maybe try to steal some water from the best scientist spot to get him angry a bit. Uh, and then or go for power or something like that. You
Sure.
know, desperation. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's see how much the AI values the different fonts.
Okay.
By the way, I don't think scientists AI font really well. Neither are the
Uh-huh.
scavenger. They expect robot and expensive font more reasonable AIs, but yeah, that's 24,000. You should find.
I know.
Okay, so just remember it. So let me pause the game a bit. So
Yeah.
because water started high and silicon is really low, right? You can actually mine some water, mine some silicon, and mine some aluminum instead of just
Yeah, I
going
was
for
looking at that.
the normal silicon and aluminum start. You can
Hmm.
you can do that as a nomad too.
Hmm.
Let's see. The elite spot is a bit interesting. That's why I've been saying that the AI is not good at elite. They they try to get silicon,
Yeah.
but they have to ship it all the way there. So
That,
that's why.
that is really not a good elite spot.
Yeah. So they put a scientist over there. Okay.
So, would you go two water here?
Uh,
I'd probably just get the high silicon.
you could either go for 1-1-1, a aluminum, a silicon, and a water, or
Yeah.
two water and a silicon, or two
I guess
water and one
I
aluminum.
I feel like I am comfortable going two water here because um it is food starting really high, so I will
Mhm.
be going into farms pretty soon.
Okay. Just remember to buy, sell out your stuff and buy into things for upgrade quickly, right?
Yeah.
Because yeah,
I
other people will try to do that, especially aluminum. You want to
yeah,
really
okay.
get that before everyone else.
Right, and aluminum goes up pretty fast.
Yeah.
I see.
When prices are low, right, things get like uh, increase really quickly. So
Yeah.
what's your plan for HQ2?
Sorry.
What's your plan for HQ2? What are you gonna build?
Um. Well, I was going to build on the high silicon, but he stole it.
So that's why a 111 might be good. Then you secure your high silicon, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. I to be honest, like I would never expect someone to grab that high silicon.
Well, some people are
Like
spiteful.
especially at HQ1, like
Hmm.
I'd be so mad at that elite if they were an actual player.
Yeah.
I'd be like, you're not gonna win and you just screwed me over.
Yep. Scavengers did a very good job with being aggressive with the claim. I thought the elite would do that, but the scavenger beat
Look
him
at
to a punch.
how far this green AI has gone to get the high aluminium. Just get the medium that's closer,
Well,
bruh.
the AI don't be too tough on them.
Okay. Oh,
So yes, so that's
oh
why
well,
a high 111 might be better than because at least you
sure.
get the one high silicon.
Do you think that's actually like
Will people actually do
people
that?
would do that?
Uh,
Yeah.
Maybe. I have done things similar to that. Like someone find the water, they didn't take all the water, and at HQ2 I just sniped the water out of him. Uh,
To to be fair, I also didn't expect the uh the when you found you get the tiles defended.
mm-hmm.
How long does that take to wear off?
I don't quite remember, but I know that no matter time, the protection is a bit shorter because you have 2 HQ.
Huh. Well, yeah, because I remember seeing like it lasting for quite a long time,
Mm-hmm.
and
Nomad
especially I
Nomad
mean
has
I
a
upgraded
shorter
in
protection.
15 seconds to 20 seconds, or
Mm-hmm.
maybe more. I'm not sure, but okay, I didn't know Nomad was shorter, so that's good to keep in mind.
Yep.
Maybe claim the high ones sooner.
Yeah.
Oh well, I'd go for two low silicon here and probably another aluminium. I don't
Mm,
like that play, but I feel like it you usually goes up a little bit when
yeah,
people
it's kind of
point
odd right
out.
now that someone stole your high silicon. Otherwise, I would
Yeah,
just went for one high silicon, and then I'll go for 2 farms because farms is good money.
right. Yep,
Mm-hmm.
that makes
Uh,
sense.
and because you're producing water, right? Another
Yeah.
option would be having 2 silicons and then just have 2 farms. So replace one with low water into a farm.
Oh yeah,
You
that's a good
run a
idea.
bit of a deficit, but that's okay. Uh, Up to you.
Yeah, I'll go for the farm play. I like it.
So just a small things, right? You might want to just put your farm on top of the water, or it doesn't really matter, I guess, because I guess
Oh yeah,
so that
right.
on your next HQ,
That
right?
does make sense.
You so that if there's a scientist nearby or the elite to try to fight for water, if he claim all those
Yep,
free water, right, then you don't have good water anymore. Uh,
it
that's
makes
why you want to
sense.
cover as much water as you can.
Uh-huh. So now
So
we wait.
yep. While you wait, know,
Should
uh,
I do
yeah,
anything with the black market right now?
get goon. It's fine because you probably will build
Get a
power
goon.
nest, right? So get goon and
Yeah.
and then think about power nest level. What you're gonna do for power. Uh,
Right.
mhm.
I kind of want geotherm, but
Mhm.
it is expensive, and I'm not sure, like, if I can, I'm not confident to go for the solar panel patient.
Oh, They
But I
don't have
do
one here.
have
This is Mars. They don't have liquid battery.
pause. They don't have what, sorry?
They don't have liquid battery. This is on Mars.
Oh, see, I do forget that. Okay.
So what's your plan?
Well, I do kind of have a good windmill triad, but because like in the past I've tried to get power next to my HQ, so if power like drops to 1, I can swap them out for something. But I feel like you generally always want like a couple claims in power anyway. Otherwise, you just power creeps up when I'm not looking, and then all of a sudden I've wasted so much money on power.
Yep. So
I'd probably go for the geotherms and grab another silicon.
and then you have one more claim left. What are you going to do with the last claim?
Well, I'd probably get 2 geotherms to be fair, because power's so high, or I'd just triad the farms. But then I wouldn't have enough water, so I'd probably go for 2 geotherms.
Okay. Let's try that out. So you see, water is really cheap. Just buy some, because you just a second ago you're afraid that you
Right.
don't have water, right? Just buy some.
Yeah,
Kind of suck that they lock you out.
that's
they freeze
pretty
you out.
annoying.
That is very annoying. The black market is up. Are you going to buy something?
I don't know what to buy.
Well, lucky there's a option, right?
Yeah.
So you can be, there are different things that you want to do, right? Do you want to steal someone's power? Do you want to boost your own power? Do you want to disable people's power? Depends on what you want to do.
Yeah, I haven't checked what Okay, so there's like 1 turbine. Yeah, probably shouldn't have bid there to be fair, but they bid it up anyway.
I would go with 28.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really, because they hit my silicon, I might just buy into water and expand the farms.
Okay. So I think you should actually get a boost.
Right.
So that
I
you can
just
boost your geothermal next, like when you build one, you can boost your geothermal.
Oh really?
Yeah. So you goon and then boost your geothermal, then that will
Yeah.
solve your power problem.
I guess because I can't boost my greenhouse farms, right? And it does take more water anyway, is it correct?
It's true, but you can boost your water, and then that will boost your farm as well.
Yeah.
So that's also an option.
I'm always nervous to do that because I'm really afraid of people like just instantly EMPing it if they see it.
That's why you put a good on it first, right? That's why you put a good on it first. Oh, good. Black market's up soon enough. Are you gonna use on something?
I'll probably boost the farms.
So remember, when you spare money, buy the electronics you need to upgrade.
Spare money buy
the
what, glass, right?
Electronics or glass. Oh, because you need electronics to upgrade, so buy the 60 electronic you need to upgrade, so that people can play around with their prices.
Sure. I usually try and do that. Anyway, because I got the farms going, getting the double water, I'm not sure that I should be slight minus. I can't do the math.
That's well,
with 2 water.
Once the boost is over, right? With 2 water, you should be fine. So each farm costs 1, right? And then your high will support 2 of them. With extra 1, you get a bit of a leeway. So you have 3 more claims. What are you going to use on?
Oh, this is where I'm so bad. Like,
Well, you don't have to panic, right? Just hold X.
yeah.
What makes money?
Um, Probably power still, but it's kind of dropping now.
Mm-hmm. So are
And
you gonna go for more
farms.
power because it's dropping?
Well, no,
No,
I
right?
was saying because it's dropping, I am
Yeah.
hesitant to build it.
Let's not
Um,
go into power because it's dropping. You're right. By the time you finish building,
water,
power is dead already.
yeah, water has gone up,
Uh
but
huh.
I don't know how worth it is to build another pump, and I haven't set up. I mean, I could, like, I haven't set up the adjacency very nicely for another
Yeah,
pump.
it's all right though. So think about it. What else makes money? So other than water, what else makes money?
Well, at this point, HQ4, I also start to think about like patient lab,
Mm-hmm.
maybe an optimization, probably not, but
Maybe, maybe not. Up to you.
like patent, it would be really nice to get slant drilling right now so I can get that high silicon.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm also not that close to um, carbon, so I could get carbon scrubbing, but at this point, I'm not really sure. Besides the slant drilling, I'm not really sure what would be the best.
Mm-hmm.
I can discount some of them. For instance, water engine. Sorry, I mean, where is it? Not water engine, the other one. Cold fusion is
Mm-hmm.
probably not that great because power is coming down.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Energy vault and superconductor is not good because I don't have, solar panels or
Mm-hmm.
anything adjacent. No one's in debt for financial instruments. I tend to like, virtual reality is bad as well because there's, there is an elite, I guess, but getting that doesn't even stop the elite from, you know, maybe
Oh, at least they have
I
to pay
should.
you 30 cam. Yeah,
That's
you get
true.
benefit from 3 hour.
Um, I'm a big fan of nanotech, so I can like cycle buildings faster than other players.
Mm-hmm.
But so I'd probably get slant drilling and then nanotech and then maybe VR if I still
Okay.
have left over
So
because
so you have one more claim for pattern app, and then two other claims. What are
yeah.
you gonna use them for?
Um well, I might go for the double aluminium to upgrade faster and aluminium's high.
Okay.
I'm not sure if
So
that's wise though, because I don't really need to upgrade it that much faster at this point.
upgrading faster is always nice. And you have, as a nomad, right? You have return the
Hmm.
claim. So if you overcommit onto something,
Right.
that's okay.
Yeah,
You
so
can
that
just
makes it
return
a
it, right?
really good idea. So, well, I'll do that then.
Okay. So you still have one more claim. So one for pattern, one for aluminum. You got one more claim left.
Yeah, and I was thinking I'd put the patent. Um, I'm not sure. Where do you think I should put it? I never know.
Well, up to you. It's your game, not mine.
Does it really matter? I was gonna put it right below bottom left corner of my bottom TC
That works. That's
HQ.
away from everything. That's
Yeah.
that's a good spot. Also put you a bit closer to the carbon.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that to be fair, but it's a good point. Um,
So I have one claim
yeah,
left
and I
over.
I definitely really want that slant drilling to get that high silicon.
So you have 1 cream. What gonna you do that 1 cream for?
Um, Probably just get another water so I could swap it out for a farm later.
That's a pretty good idea. Yeah.
And
Well, but there's also another option. You can also get a pressure dome.
yeah, I saw that,
Hmm.
and that would give me 200. It would probably make sense, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would make sense. And it also cut into a elite pressure dome if they have one.
Yeah.
Because if they are elite, right, you really want to have a pressure dome to compete with their money. Otherwise, the elite is gonna run away with the game.
Yeah, for sure. Agreed.
Hmm.
Alright, well, I guess I'll save the resources for the pleasure dome, so I'll buy some electronics right now. Yeah.
Oh, so make sure you claim your tiles quickly.
Oh yeah, I forgot I can claim before I...
Yeah. So you have one more cream. Okay, so that is a good spot. Uh, because if you look at the colony, right, it's building to the top right.
Yeah.
Sometimes I like to put on the top right corner so that it will build around it. That's one
Yeah,
option
okay.
too.
Yeah, and
Oh,
it literally just spawned.
yeah. So that's why I
I
like to.
didn't realize
They usually have
they
a
actually...
tendency on which way they build.
Okay.
Yeah. So how much are you gonna pay for this optimization center?
Oh, it's pretty juicy. I'd probably pay maybe 28, 32.
That's a good price. Are you gonna?
And here I'm like so
So are you going
nervous to
for
bid.
32 or 36?
Uh, I think at this point because my economy is good, I would probably go for 36.
Okay. I would too. I think you have pretty good economy. There's cook the book, and you
Right.
know
Yep.
prices are pretty high, so it's kind of
Mhm.
worth it. So black market is up. You have to use it.
Uh, I'm so bad at using black market. It's like,
If you don't know what to get, just grab a goon.
okay,
So if you don't want to think, just grab a goon. And if goon are too
I want to get.
expensive, grab a hologram. And then if they are both too expensive, grab a mutiny. If they're all too expensive, grab a cook the book or something. You know, if they're all rich here, right? Just grab something.
Yeah,
Anything is good. Grab a goon.
yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, and then protect your pattern app, right?
Yes, good point. Good point. And then right now, I do have the EMP, so I'm probably gonna annoy these guys and
That's a good spot. You hit everyone basically.
yeah. Right now, I'm gonna turn off my farms so I can sell down some water, so other people don't get that money.
Okay, you have an optimization center not using. You bid 48k on it.
That's a good point. Probably gonna optimize water.
I'll actually optimize food first, but that's
Food.
water is fine.
Okay.
What are you gonna do with 6 claims?
Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay,
I'm
so
not
I'll
gonna pause the
probably
game.
get
I'll
another
pause it.
geotherm, I think.
Why?
Uh, because I was on minus 7.7.
Power is not going up. It's fine.
You're right. You're right. Bad choice.
I mean, I mean, if you need more power, right, you can always convert some of the tiles into solar panels or whatever. You don't really need energy or thermal.
I noticed my water got mutinied, so I'm gonna mutiny that back, I
Okay.
think.
And then
At this point, I'm probably thinking electrolysis is pretty nice.
and where are you going to
So,
build your electrolysis?
probably bottom right of my my bottom HQ.
Well,
On the
bottom right
triad.
is nice. You know, if you build a triad, it's close. You get craft too. Oh, bottom left, there's something to be said about bottom left too. Then you can have at least one carbon tile, right?
Mm.
Yeah, that's pretty nice too.
So should I build over the carbon at this point, or
Up
just a
to you.
triad next to it?
Up to so yeah, build over the carbon, right? So just a triangle with one of the point on triangle covering the carbon.
Yeah.
Then you have at
And I
least
will
some
get
access to
slight
carbon.
drilling
Yeah.
as well, so I can build next to. Okay.
So that's an option, right?
Sure.
And then the last two claims you probably want to grab the last two water near your base.
Yep.
So that.
I agree.
Oh, and do you need all those aluminum?
No.
Oh, then you can return those claims and use it for something else.
I probably want to keep the high though, right?
Up to you. If you have enough stockpile, or you think aluminum will never go back in price.
No, especially for people building off-worlds, right? It tends to be
Well,
pretty aluminum
Offworld
expensive.
don't use aluminum. Building Offworld don't use aluminum.
Oh, only space elevators. Gotcha.
So once you finish upgrading, aluminum is not that useful.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm going 2 more water pumps as well because water's still high and they're cheap, so swapping them out doesn't hurt me that much. And then I'm going to sell the medium, pick up the medium, and then probably just wait till
Well, use up your claims. Don't wait.
well, yeah, I can't build electrolysis reactors, so I'll get 2 more of those.
Okay, let's get the game going.
But also, I guess I could just claim the tiles. What's the hotkey for claim a tile?
C.
C, okay. It's nice. Alright, I actually want to get virtual reality here, because I already have a pleasure dome. Last claim. I don't even know. Glass is going up, so I might want to get into that, but I don't have enough for a triad, so I don't.
Oh, someone's
Not really
going for the
sure.
scientist. Are you going to join them? Oh, he gave up.
Say again?
Someone was going for the scientist. Are you going to join them? Actually, you have 99k. You have 100k. Are you going to buy
Going
out?
for the scientist? What do you mean?
You have 100k. Are you going to buy out someone?
So, you wouldn't buy into yourself first here?
Yeah. So you have 100k, right? So if you're quick enough, you might be able to beat the scientist. Yeah. So if you grab magnetic storm, right? Then all the fuel coming, you can really damage him.
Oh my gosh. That's such an advanced play.
So you have 100k.
Okay.
You can buy one into yourself. Grab a magnetic storm. Wait for the fuel to ship close to him. Then just shoot the fuel down. Then he will have no money to defend himself. You may be able to make it.
And I also, I saw I had C debt, so
Ah, don't worry
I'd
about that.
pay down to B generally.
Ah, don't worry about that. Once you get sub,
Okay.
you're fine.
Um.
If you fail to get the sub, then you pay down some debt.
Okay. Alright, well, I'll buy the magnetic storm. And you said, wouldn't I just want to get max cash if I'm trying to buy them out? Would I even buy into myself yet?
So usually the play is to buy one to yourself first.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you can start buying into the scientist. Once you're on the fourth
Okay.
stock, right? Then you can sell out your first stock and to get the extra money you need to push. If you don't need the extra money to push, right, then that's fine too because having a first stock,
Wow.
right, protect yourself from
Okay.
majority buy.
Wow. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Okay, well, yeah, I'll try that.
yeah. So buy into yourself first, and then start buying to scientists,
Yeah.
and then well, watch where the fuel his fuel is shipping, right? So you can see that there
Yeah.
are two fuel shipping. So
Yeah.
get ready to bomb it out.
Uh-huh. I don't really want a mule. There's no basic resources that are very expensive.
Well, you might also want to turn on your water, I mean your farms to get more money.
Oh, yeah. Oh my god! I'm okay.
Okay,
I just
lost some
forgot
aluminum,
I
right?
had magnetic
Wait,
storm selected.
you better wait, there you go. So keep buying, don't stop. Oh, someone joined you. Very nice. There you go. So you don't even need to use your first stock. It's good to defend yourself a bit before you go for majority buy because the other two
Yeah.
players can just gain up on you.
Alright. That's...
Good. So you still have one more claim. What?
Yeah.
And you have a pattern up in the optimization center not using.
That's true. Okay.
Use them.
Nanotech... Probably... swap that out soon. I'll get couple food production. Water's still super high, so I am even going to go and swap out for the 5th water right now.
You might want one on field, right? You want to put some on field because field is the highest.
Yeah, so you're saying use my claim to make a diamond?
Oh, I mean optimization. So you have a lot of optimization
Oh, right.
on food,
So,
right? Spread it out a bit, right? Unlike elite,
okay.
you know, you get claims for maximizing it, but usually you can just go for the highest one. Especially want to make field so that cam is somewhat profitable.
Sure. Okay.
Oh, that's nice.
If there's a shortage, I want to stop auto selling, right?
Black market, black market. Keep using your black market.
I'll get a goon. I really don't know what to do with this extra claim.
Just extra claim. How about build more reactors? You don't have to
Yeah,
fake too much.
so
I mean, if you don't like what you built, right, you can just build something else later. You can scrap it.
yeah, and I do have return a claim, I suppose.
Okay, now you might want to pay down that a bit.
Yeah, I see that. So because it's such a big jump in interest from B to C, I like to stay at B.
Yeah, that's good.
Is that a good idea?
Yeah, B is good.
Um,
But you are rushing for
yeah.
a buy, right? Majority buy. So you want to have the majority buy. So it's fine to get the interest bit.
So right here, I might get. I'll probably just pick up carbon scrubbing, I guess.
Stop standing
Starting
your
to
water.
think about. Yeah, good spotting.
You have too much water now, actually. So after some stockpile,
Yep.
you might want to have more farmer reactors.
Yeah, for sure.
Look, black market is up again. Pick up something.
Uh,
Boost is fine. You can boost on something. Optimization.
yeah.
Your optimization is not doing anything.
Okay.
Do something.
Yep. Okay.
Hacker array. How much are you gonna pay for it?
Well, so there's two things. I'm nomad, so I can pick up the tile, so it's just a tile auction. Also, because it's close to the colony, I can swap it out for maybe an Offworld right there. I'm not sure if that'll give me bonus. Also, I'm really rich,
You're not gonna
but
use
probably
the. You're not gonna use it for your own self.
I'm really bad at using Hacker Array.
I
I
see.
don't think I've ever used it in an actual game.
It's a very good one. Uh, so next time you might want to put spy on it so that you know what they're hacking.
Okay.
Even though that's the theory, most people don't do it.
What's this, sorry?
Like even though you're supposed to put a spy on the hacker array, doesn't mean that you you can remind yourself to keep looking at it. Anyways, you're rich enough and you're probably gonna win the game. So let's call this a day. I mean,
Yeah,
so
for
that
sure.
yeah, so that we can start to look at the map. Okay?
Sorry, my game noise is really loud compared to
You can
Discord for some reason.
you can. Oh, on Discord, you can hear the noise. You
No, no, no,
can
I'm just saying,
you can turn it down in the gameplay, right? No, in the
yeah, I'm
audio
trying to
setting.
find the gameplay sound. Right, here we go.
Mhm.
Sorry, what were you saying?
So I was saying that you probably can win this game. So let's
Yeah,
not finish it and just move on to another map. Oh, well,
yep,
that's just getting pretty late. So let's just call this a day.
sure.
Do you have any more questions
Thank
for
you.
me?
No, that's pretty helpful. I I know it's a lot of little things, and I guess the main thing this highlighted was I really need to be using the black market when I can,
Yeah,
just for whatever.
just for whatever. Just no, even if you don't need a hologram right now, just pick it up. It's fine.
Sure.
Like
Yep.
at some point later you will need it.
Mm,
Look for
absolutely.
opportunity for majority buy. Uh, Defend
Yeah.
against if a perceived leader, right? If a leader is trying to majority buy someone, you might want to counter buy into the leader so that
Yeah,
he will back off.
absolutely.
So that once you have to majority buy on someone, you have a sub. You are leading in the game, right? So a
Hmm.
sub is quite helpful, and you don't want other people to have that. And if you can prevent it, or you can have one for yourself, that's great, right? But if you can prevent it, that would be great too.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
No, there's nothing else in particular. J- I'm just
Mhm.
it's a lot of little things, I
Yeah.
suppose. And I know another thing I do is I'm scared to place down all my claims because in the past I forget something and I
No, if you okay, so there are different
yeah.
ways to deal around it, right? So if you forget
Uh-huh.
something, you can get a hacker rate and surplus that whatever thing that you forgot. That's one way to deal with it. Another way is to surplus the market. That let's say you forgot silicon, you can't build glass, you can surplus glass. Uh,
Mm.
you can also get slant drilling. You can use core sample. You can use alternate tile to get a slant drilling, or beside to the thing you want. You can even alternate tile on the thing that you forgot, right? Sure, you might not,
Curtains.
you might lose the auction, right? But that means that you increase the supply overall. That might
Yeah,
help.
okay.
That might help reduce the price as well.
Yeah.
You can also bribe your
I
claim. Like yeah, like don't be so afraid of not putting down claims because you might forget something. Uh,
mhm.
the opportunity cost of not doing something is just too high for you to do that.
Mhm. Sure.
If you know if you forgot something, just think of ways to get around it, like hack array, bribe
Sure.
a claim, auction tile. Those are return a claim. You're a nomad, like you're a
Mm.
nomad. You have no reason to be afraid. You can
Do
always
you
return the trial.
usually yeah, just that's I guess the great thing about Nomad.
Hmm?
Um in most games would you use hacker array?
I usually use it when I'm losing.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting.
So if you look at the game I played earlier, little self promotion,
Uh-huh.
which I upload to YouTube, I have a hacker array.
Yeah.
So I'm against 3 elite. I'm a robot. I'm behind HQ level. There's no way I can out optimize an elite. That's just not gonna
Yeah,
happen, right? So
for sure.
I need some way to get back in the game. I don't have no all the patterns are gone. I have 1 or 2 patterns.
Uh-huh.
I need some way to get back into the game. So the hacker array would be my solution, right? I can build an so I can either build an optimization center, but my optimization center won't be as good as the elite. So,
Mhm.
and they already have optimizations, right? So I'll be 1 step behind them. So I need something else, right? So that hacker array gave me the something else that I need to win.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I'll take a look at that.
yeah. So basically, you don't want to follow the footstep of your opponent. So if your opponent is ahead of you, uh, don't do the same thing and hope if you do the same thing as your opponent,
Y- Yeah.
you're following his footstep. He'll be always a step ahead of you, and you're gonna lose the game. So
Yep.
if you're losing, right, don't do
Mhm.
the worst thing you do is to do the same thing as your opponent.
Mhm.
So go into different markets. If he go for Offworld, you don't go to Offworld. If he doesn't go to Offworld, maybe you try to go to Offworld. You know,
Yeah. Okay.
mhm. That's just basic strategy, I think.
I mean, some you say don't go into Offworld if they are, but if it's clearly the option that'll make you the most money, then you probably should, right?
Well, okay, so there's a cost to Offworld, right?
Yeah.
So you're probably sinking at least 70K into it, right?
Right. Yep.
And there are black market as well. So if you don't have an off-roll, you can keep throwing
Mm.
dynamite even if they have goons on it. And what can
Yeah.
they dynamite you on?
Yeah.
Nothing, right? So
I really love using like a 2K network virus to pop the goon and then
yeah. So
yeah.
when you build an off-roll, not only you have to build the off-roll, you also have to defend the off-roll, right? All of those
Yeah.
things cost money, and the thing you can do with that money, if you're behind, right?
Mm.
Then you can maybe get sub, buy someone else, buy into the person who built the off-world. Maybe you can buy him out before the off-world ran up and make a lot of money.
Mhm.
If you build an off-world after he built he built the first one, right? Then well you're behind. Then you're out. You're out of luck if you try to do something. That's the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, again,
So,
hacker array to hack something instead of building an off-world. There are options, right? So
wow,
the worst thing you
interesting.
want to do is to do the exact same thing that your leader is doing.
Mm. I still like if you have the money, it's still like not a good idea to build your own off-world and sabotage theirs. I guess you need to
Okay,
use the market to
if you
defend
if
yours
you
as
if
well.
you yeah, so if you sabotage his, right,
Yeah,
he can just sabotage yours, right? If it's
right.
depends, right?
So so it becomes sort of an even game.
Yeah. So you want
Like
something, you want different,
except he
right?
built his
If
first.
if you want to win, you want to be different.
Mm,
Otherwise, if you're a leader, right, then whatever you can do whatever you want. but
yeah,
but if you're not
yeah.
leading, then you need to find some way to come back into the game and following whatever your leader is doing is not the way to do
Uh-huh.
it.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, it's cool. Thank you.
Thank you
I
for
think I just need more
listen to
practice.
my rambling and just keep using black market. I think it's one of the harder
Yeah,
things for newer players to get used to. So whenever
yeah.
the black market cooldown is done, just use it. Pick up something.
Buy something.
Buy
Yeah, okay.
something. Save it for later. You don't have to use it. Just buy something, right?
Yep, for sure.
Okay. Well,
Awesome.
thanks for the session. Bye now.
Yep. Thank you.
You're welcome.